What's up, family? Welcome back to my channel. My name is MichelleAna. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before and you're a part of the family, welcome back. So I want to first start off by saying, wow, what a week, right? We went from talking about rebuilding my life now, 4 years later after the loss of a spouse. Then we talked about 2021 declarations, and here we are today, starting the first episode, if you will, of the Faith and Influence series. If you're liking these videos so far, give me a thumbs up because I want to know that it is beneficial to you guys as well and that you guys are excited about the series. Now, let me make sure y'all know, disclaimer, I do have my Invisalign in today, so you guys are going to see me probably stumble upon my words, but I want to let you know that the journey is actually going very well. I'm starting to see some changes. I'm starting to really be hopeful that this is actually working for me. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on my Invisalign journey. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about, we're going to lay down the foundation to this series, right? What is faith and influence, right? And I'm going to share that perspective with you from my lens, from my point of view, and how I have been able to marry the two to be able to essentially build the platforms that I have built in the past. So if you're interested in that topic, just keep on watching. Okay, so when I think about the topic of faith and influence, right, I think about how faith has the ability to really marry and work alongside the influence that you already have. I talk about influence on my podcast, the Flourish Effect podcast. If you've never heard it before, check the link in the description box below, and you guys can listen to it. There are 2 seasons. We're off season right now, but there's an episode in I believe it was an episode or season 1 where I talked about the definition of influence, right? And how we're all essentially influencers, right? Whether we are influencing our family, whether we're influencing our community, whether we're influencing people online on social media, or whether we're influencing people in a positive or a negative way. We all carry a level of influence, and it is up to us to figure out at what level we're going to carry that out. What are we leading people to and toward, right? Are we leading them to a better life? Are we adding value to people's life? Or are we constantly withdrawing from their lives, right? So when I think about faith and influence, I think about how you as an individual can allow your faith to be a part of the influence that you have, which then in turn becomes impact, right? So I talk about this because, or I'm super passionate about this because I think we all, growing up in church, I really didn't see a lot of people or women that look like me, that I could look up to and be like, man, like, she's super dope. Like, she's about this life. She's a boss, but she loves God. I didn't really see that growing up. And even if there were women that were around me that were in that way, it just never felt like relatable. It never felt approachable or attainable until I decided in myself, I was like, you know what? I want the younger me, right? I want the younger me to see that this is possible, right? If there's someone out there in their teens, if there's someone out there in their 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s that can at least see a glimpse of themselves in my journey, I've done my job. As a woman of faith, my faith is the foundation of who I am. It is the nucleus. It is the center of my business. God is my CEO. Like, that is what it is. And I constantly go to him as it relates to my marketing strategy, as it relates to partnerships, as it relates to things moving forward and to progress in my business. And I have a business as a content creator, right? As managing a community and really building leaders and teaching leaders how to have a social media presence without not seeming like unapproachable, without actually putting these skills together and showing off their influence and showing off their intellectual property and things like of that nature, making sure that they package it in a way that is well received to those that we have the ability to reach globally through these internet streets, right? So the reason why, like I was saying before, that I'm super passionate about this is because I've been able to finally come to the place where I see how those can work hand in hand. Your faith and your influence can work together to really have a soul level impact. And at the end of the day, right, as children of God, as disciples, we are to go out in this world and bear witness, right? And show people that you can love God and be in the marketplace, that you can love God and be a bomb businesswoman, that you can love God and be a man of God that is also about his Father's business, right? All those things are attainable, but they were things that I did not see growing up. And even in my journey in this social media influencer world, when I first started off, I started off as a beauty influencer. I did not know that God was going to be any part of any conversation that I would have on the internet. And so I was so stuck on thinking, like, how is this even possible? Is this ever going to be a part of my platform? Like, how will I be able to work with brands, but also be a beacon of hope, right? And actually share my testimony and share my life with the world and share the things that God has been able to do in my life. And long and behold, I am walking it out. I'm literally walking out what it looks like to be fundamentally a woman of faith and loves God, but also I've been able to work with countless number, like an amazing array of people and brands, and partner with people that may not even have the same beliefs as me. They saw something in me worth investing, and I saw something in them worth investing as well, right? Because it goes both ways. Sometimes as influencers, we think that we found the jackpot when they were interested in us, but in fact they found, right? They won when they found you, because they recognize that you have the power to impact and to convert your followers and your audience into believers of what they have to offer, be it a product, an experience, a traveling, whatever it is. They realize that you have that power and that equity with the people that choose to follow you. So I don't care if you have 100 followers, 100,000 followers, 1,000,000 followers. As a human, as a person, you have that equity to be able to influence and impact your audience. Now, I understand that a lot of us are trying to figure out how to marry that all together. I actually just announced this week that I would be opening my coaching program, and it is open to a limited amount of people, a limited amount of spots, but it's okay if it's full by the time you go into it or click the link, because I will be opening it again in the spring. But for the most part, I want to show you and coach you that it is possible to be someone who is a thought leader in the church, right, in ministry, and be able to hit the marketplace running as it relates to being profitable, as it relates to generating revenue for yourself and creating digital experiences on your platform while still being the leader that you are, while still being the influencer that you are. And also, if you're an influencer right now and you're like, oh my God, like, is it even possible for me to actually incorporate my faith and my values and my moral standards into my content? Sis, bro, let me tell you something. And I am not, listen, this might be a slight flex and may not take it how you want to, but last year I had my first 5-figure brand deal, and I was blown away because the way that God just blew my mind with that partnership, one partnership out of all the partnerships I had in 2020. This is what I'm telling you. When you show up authentically in the human and the person and the influencer and the thought leader that God has designed for you to be, and along the way you learn skills, and you're mentored and you're coached by someone who is where you want to be, and you learn how to cultivate that and make it your own, it is indeed possible. I have witnessed it and I have lived it. And even if you decide not to be coached by me personally, I just want to let you know that there is room for you to make a bag out here in these streets, but also be about your Father's business. It's okay if you want nice things. It's okay if you want to generate revenue so that you can give back to your community. All those things are amazing things. But the more you prolong your decision of the reality that you already know is attainable, I hate to break it to you, but you are delaying your obedience to the assignment on your life. You are delaying the obedience to the assignment on your life. So I hope that this kind of lays the foundation for what the Faith and Influence series is about. I'm about to read to you some of the things we'll be talking about. I'm going to be talking about let's see, let's scroll because I literally highlighted one that was so good and I can't even find it. Oh, we're going to be talking about tips on how to start your faith and lifestyle platform on social media. We're going to be talking about how you can share your faith and incorporate it with your lifestyle content, right? And beauty content and all that good stuff. And really honestly, your language, how can you be relatable out here in these social media streets? So make sure that you hit the subscribe button if those are topics that you want to listen in on and be a part of. You know, how to be a boss as a faith-based influencer, right? Y'all, I can't. Lord help me with these Invisaligns. As a faith-based influencer, right? Or an influencer that really talks about lifestyle. I actually call myself a beauty and lifestyle influencer because my lifestyle is one of wellness, it's one of faith, it's one of soul care, all these different things. I don't have to pigeonhole myself just because of my faith, but best believe you're going to walk away from my platform knowing that there is light on the inside of me, and that light is Jesus, period. So I hope that you guys are ready for the Faith and Influence series. Make sure that you guys, if you actually love this video, tag me on Instagram if you're watching it, and make sure that you drop a comment below and let me know what you're looking for as it relates to faith and influence. Maybe you can add an additional topic in there. I don't know. I'm gonna be looking at the comments. So I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.